The controversy surrounding the inclusion of top surgery scars in Dragon Age Veilguard is a concerning example of overreaction, especially when you realize that top surgery scars have always been in video games. Welcome, mindful gamers. Let's reason together. As those who pay close attention to details in video games, we know there are various reasons why top surgery scars can exist, and not all of them are related to being transgender. There are individuals who take pride in their scars, and others who are on a journey to love them. Their inclusion in Dragon Age Veilguard offers a choice to gamers who have existed this whole time. While some may question the design choices, especially given the ongoing desire among all genders for bigger butts and larger breasts, the option for top surgery scars doesn't signal some woke agenda. Top surgery scars have been present in games, people just haven't thought about them. Take Lev from The Last of Us Part 2, a trans male character. While the game doesn't explicitly address top surgery, it's not outside the realm of possibility. In that universe, medical supplies might be reserved for life-saving procedures. At the same time, perhaps it's a world where society understands that for some, this surgery is life-saving, allowing people like Lev to continue contributing to the world. In Cyberpunk 2077, the character creation options allow players to mix and match body types and voice features, offering space for trans characters. Even though top surgery scars aren't explicitly shown, they can be implied, especially if you connect deeply with your characters. We already see body modifications in the form of metal implants, so why not surgical scars? Similarly, in Tell Me Why, Tyler Ronan is a trans man and the first playable trans protagonist from a major game studio. The game doesn't show top surgery scars, but it handles Tyler's transition and gender identity with respect and care. In fact, The Sims 4 and Skyrim have mods that allow players to create characters with top surgery scars. These mods demonstrate the desire for representation that goes beyond surface-level character customization. Dragon Age Veilguard is simply the first mainstream game to make this overt. But that's not a bad thing. Where the game does seem to falter, though, is in limiting player choice. I don't understand why this would be necessary. The gaming community has long asked for more inclusivity, and we're starting to see it with examples like Black Ops 6, where an operator uses a wheelchair while controlling two robots on the battlefield. But in Black Ops 6, players still have the option to play able-bodied characters. This shows you can add inclusivity without taking away options. Knowing the scrutiny this game would face for being labeled woke by some for simply adding more diversity, why remove the option to give your characters the body shapes you want? There are real bodies with big butts, much bigger than the current character options. It took me time to grow the butt I'm sitting on while writing this essay, and I expect my female avatar in this game to have a similar wagon in the back. I'll likely give her an A cup though, because if I were trans, I might opt out of surgery, knowing that self-perception matters more than external validation. However, those who perceive themselves as being in the wrong body, due to brain chemistry, nervous system configuration, societal pressure, or a mixture of both, they deserve the option to align their body with their true selves, especially when it reduces their suffering. As long as it's their choice and doesn't harm anyone else, why should we care? And that brings me to the heart of this controversy. Why do they care? If people feel their ability to create their big-busted, big-butted fantasy character was removed because of the inclusion of top surgery scars, I could understand the frustration. But instead of focusing on what you don't want, why not focus on what you do? The answer is transphobia, rage farming, and the conditioning of certain gamers to fear anything that doesn't fit into a simple, easily defined category. Is the inclusion of top surgery scars affecting gameplay? Are there armor, weapons, or quest lines locked behind having a character with scars? If so, then still, get over it. That part of the game wasn't designed for you. You likely wouldn't enjoy that questline anyway, unless you were willing to empathize with this group and engage with the content in a respectful and emotionally intelligent way. Finally, I keep hearing the argument, in a fantasy world, wouldn't you want to fix these things? Why wouldn't you use magic to heal yourself, make yourself walk, or cover up your scars? Why not just be able-bodied? This criticism assumes that people with disabilities are somehow broken or in need of fixing. They're not. Their bodies are just different, and we should aim to create a world that accommodates the full spectrum of human bodies. Even in a world with magic, some might choose to keep their bodies exactly as they are, and they should have that choice. In a magical world, there are endless alternatives to wheelchairs or other physical supports. Maybe someone levitates on a floating stone they control with their mind, or they're carried by a sentient wind, a cloud, or magical familiar. The possibilities are limitless, and that's the point. We should focus on giving players more options, not taking them away. So at the end of the day, what's really being taken away here? Well, it might seem like some things have been. If we compare Dragon Age Veilguard to other character creators, it feels like options for bigger butts and larger breasts, something that many gamers value, are a bit limited. Now, this could be a result of how character models work and potential clipping issues, but let's be real. This is the same demographic that thirsted over Garrus Vakarian in Mass Effect. You know we want those body customization options. I'm not cynical enough to believe this was done on purpose. It's very possible it was just an oversight in development. But if there's anything that needs to be fixed in the game, it's definitely not the inclusion of top surgery scars. Let's focus on what really matters, like making sure we get the full range of body types we've come to expect in character creation. The controversy isn't about customization, it's about fear. Fear of change, fear of the unknown, and fear of representation that challenges the status quo. But that's what gaming should be about, pushing boundaries, telling new stories, and making space for everyone at the table. So instead of freaking out over scars or labeling games as woke, let's celebrate the fact that games are finally starting to represent the diversity that exists in the world. Let's push for more choices, more options, not fewer. And if we can get more body customization, especially when it comes to butts, then that's a win for everyone. Thanks for watching, Mindful Gamers. Until next time, let's keep gaming and thinking together.